I'm Aaron Bogle.
And I'm Amanda Bogle.
And we've been going to First Baptist BA since 2013. We're invested in the church. Our kids, more than anything, that's what we wanted when we came to First Baptist. What we've received has been far and above what expectations ever were. I just wanted a place where we could serve and our kids could go, and they wanted to go every Sunday.
I work Sunday mornings in the baby class. It's rewarding for me to start with a child at the beginning of the year and they're crying. And by the time October rolls around, they just walk right in and they're excited to be there and they're excited to see you. When you get them to be able to do the clapping and the stomping their feet, and you know they're listening and you know they're getting that first little glimpse of what the gospel is like.
For 7 years or 8 years, I've been a part of the Financial Peace Ministry that's happened, that we do twice a year. Just being available and open when there's a request or a need that needs to be met. I mean, we try to keep that space available and reserved for church, not overloading our schedule in other areas of our lives. So that has led into areas for us to be able to serve and get involved, and for our kids to be involved, and they love coming and they're excited about going to church on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. And that just honestly has propelled us into wanting to be involved and serve in other aspects. You know, God has provided every step of the way since we've decided to take FPU in 2008 and decided to start tithing on a regular basis, making that a part of our financial plan. It's not just I'm going to drop a few bucks in the offering plate every Sunday. It's actually that I'm going to make an intentional decision to give a full 10% every month. And once you've gotten used to that and that just becomes a part of your everyday life, I really can't see doing it any other way. You got to walk out in faith. It takes that element. But once you've done that and you see how God can work, it doesn't always reward you financially. That's the biggest thing that, we got to kind of throw out there is that, and that's how I coordinate a class, is if you start walking out in faith and you start giving on a regular basis, you don't expect that God's going to necessarily reward you financially. It's a faith-building exercise. You give out of the gladness of your heart, and God wants a cheerful giver. You give because you have faith and trust that He's going to take care of and meet your needs.
I'm just excited about the preschool and the kids ministry and the students. That's where we are in our phase of life with our kids. We have big things on the horizon, that things are happening and changes are being made for the better. We get to be there with our kids along the way and see all that happen.
I'm excited that we get to participate in what people in the church that are still going to our church participated in 20, 25 years ago. To get to the point that we are now with the church on the hill, and I'm excited we get to participate in the next phase of the life of that church. So we feel that from a greater still perspective, if this church is going to go down that path, that we're going to keep our commitment. And there will be some months, guaranteed, that will be a challenge as we get further and further into it. It's a 2-year process. It's a long process. It's not 2 months. We want to give to the point where it's sacrificial. It makes us question or think a little bit. I think that's a good thing. I think if you're not giving to that point, you probably need to rethink what you're planning on giving. Maybe even work some other things around in your life so that can happen.
Just giving above and beyond what we normally do, and just making it not hurt, but just kind of get you a little bit to make you trust what God is going to do with it.
It's not something that I am overly concerned about or worry about, right?
No.
I don't think we are. We're ready to do it. We're ready to participate. Whatever that number is or whatever that commitment is, we have yet to prayerfully come up with that. We're excited and we're ready because, again, we've done these things for the last 10, 12 years to put us in a place to be able to participate in that.